I'm Troy Siahan and welcome to Motorcycle.com's new rider video series brought to you by our friends at Yamaha. In this series, we're not just going to tell you, but we're going to bring two new riders into the world of motorcycling. We're going to go over how to get your license, what motorcycles to pick, safety gear, and finally we're going to go over riding tips and how to be safe on two wheels. So if you're ready to do this, let's go. Now the things you need to do to get your license are going to vary a little bit state to state, but here in California, to get your license, you're going to need to do a couple of things. One, take the California Highway Patrol approved riding course. If you do that, then you don't need to take the DMV test, which is that lollipop circle thing. Now, you don't have to take the CHP approved course, in which case, then you do need to take that lollipop test at the DMV. After that, you need to take a vision test, a written test, provide government approved ID, and if you're under 21 years of age, have a learner's permit for at least 6 months. And that permit means you can't ride with passengers, you can't ride on the freeway, and you can't ride at night. And now with that out of the way, let's go meet our new riders. All right, here are two new riders, Roslyn and Kevin.
Hey guys, how you doing?
So Roslyn, let's start with you. What made you want to get into motorcycles?
I think it was the adventure of it and like the excitement. I feel like riding always looks very exciting, and I have a couple friends who go out and they love it, and I wanted to be able to join them, I guess.
Kevin?
My father grew up riding bikes and he still does, and I have friends that do, and just the pure joy of being out on the road and having like the wind in your face and seeing the scenery made me want to get into it and enjoy it with them.
With that said, what are you guys hoping to get out of this experience?
I definitely want to feel more confident on a bike. I want to feel like I know what I'm doing and I know next steps as a beginner.
I just want to be able to know what I'm doing when I get on the bike and know how to operate it, and I just have the awareness when I'm out on the road and I'm in situations and know how to get out and not put myself in any danger.
Very good answers, but enough talk. Do you guys want to go see some bikes?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. We are here at Yamaha Motorsports, a great dealership with a wide selection of bikes to choose from. Let's go take a look and see what they have. First up is the Yamaha MT-03. It's a really cool, really easy entry-level motorcycle, and I say it's cool because it's got a very manageable 321cc, that's cubic centimeter engine. Generally speaking, the higher the number, the bigger the engine. Super comfortable seating position. You've got these bars right here that put you higher up and not like in this super cramped position. The seat's really comfortable. It's low to the ground. You can touch the ground easily. It's lightweight, very manageable, and just this easy package to learn on and get comfortable with and learn the ropes.
How like economy efficient is it? Is it like what the gas mileage is like as a new rider, is like especially with gas prices are these days?
Yeah,
like,
fair question. The great thing about motorcycles is all of them are way more fuel efficient than a car.
Right.
So the MT-03 gets about, I think it's about 57 to 60 miles per gallon.
Wow.
It's a lot. You can go really far with a tank of gas on one of these things. So then we move on to the next guy here, the TW200. As you can see, it's a completely different looking motorcycle than the MT-03 we just saw. It's because it's meant more for dual sport purposes, and dual sport implies two, right? You can ride on the road, and you can also take it onto some trails in the dirt. It's kind of like the motorcycle version of going hiking and just like exploring. You can fit one person, you can fit two, you even have a space back here. You can put like some sort of luggage back here. You see these fat tires on the front and the back. Some people I've seen ride these bikes on the beach. Wow. So if that's your jam, you can go on the beach and ride around. Just a reliable, simple, do a little bit of everything motorcycle. If you want to go commute on the road, you can do that. If you want to go find some trails, you can do that. So then we go over here to the XSR 700. The whole theme of the XSR series here is retro. Yamaha has a really long history of motorcycles, and this throws back to their past motorcycles that were really popular. You can see like there's a round headlight here, there's round gauges, both of which were things Yamaha did in the past to just kind of throw back to that 700cc engine. So we're moving up in power and displacement from the past two we've seen. This is a bit more powerful. I wouldn't necessarily call this a beginner bike, something to start off with if you've never ever ridden a bike before in your life. This is a little bit much, but it's a great platform to step up to. And then like, look at the thing. You can go down the road no matter where you're going and just feel cool and confident about yourself.
Yeah, I love the gold.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. And then we've got this guy right over here. This is a Super Tenere 1200. Again, very different from the past few we've seen so far. Now we've gone past entry level, we've gone past beginners, we've gone past even like intermediate levels. This is a big motorcycle meant for advanced riders who know what they're doing. And the whole point here is you can almost go to any corner of the globe with one of these things. If it has paved roads, cool. If not, it can still go there. I mean, hell, even this bar up here, it's for putting a GPS on in case you're in the remote places of the earth where there's no cell service and you can't just look on your phone where to go. Big engine, 1200cc engine, lots of power, lots of torque. It's not exactly low to the ground because if you're going off-road, you don't want to have like a rock hitting your engine and things like that. It's something definitely to graduate to if you find yourself enjoying the off-road portion of this experience more. All right, so let's move on to the last bike in our lineup here. The MT-03 was what we started off with. This is the big brother to that, the MT-10. Yamaha took their sport bike, their flagship super fast sport bike, the R1, took the engine out of it, put it into this and put different bodywork around it that looks pretty robotic and futuristic and pretty funky looking, and just said, all right, here you go, have at it. So this is 1,000 cc's, lots of power, like 150 horsepower. This thing can go probably 150 miles an hour. Also not for beginners or the light of heart. But you still have the upright bars here, so you're sitting comfortably. It even has cruise control, so it's meant to do a little bit of what you really want to do in the real world. But at the same time, if you want to go have some fun and go in the canyons and go rip around like that, it'll do that too. All right, guys, well, that's just a taste of the breadth of motorcycles available out there. It's quite a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we covered a lot just now, and you must have questions, so hit me. What do you got?
All right, I was thinking about getting actually a used bike. What do you think about that?
Fantastic idea. The obvious benefit of a used bike is it's a whole lot cheaper than buying a new bike.
Yeah.
The trade-off with that, of course, is a new bike is a new bike. You have the support of the dealership, you have a warranty. With a used bike, you're paying a whole lot less. You might even get some upgraded parts that the previous person bought for the bike. And then the part that people don't talk about is when you're a brand new rider, you're probably gonna drop the bike.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I would rather drop a used bike than a brand new one. The sting hurts a little bit less.
Yeah, when it comes to buying a brand new bike, how fast or how do they depreciate when you take them off the lot?
The minute they're out of there, they're dropping down the tubes. I mean, it's kind of like a car, right? You know, some are more desirable or collectible than others. But generally speaking, it's like the moment you get off the lot, you're not getting that money back.
Do you have any just like overall tips for buying a new bike?
If you're very fresh in this process, some things to consider are comfort. But what does comfort mean, right? When you don't know what to look for. Hands on the bars, at least 1 foot, preferably both, flat on the ground. Are you too much like this? Are you too much like this? Are you too high, too low? Put your feet on the pegs. Is the bend in your knee a lot or not a lot? And then there's also things like ask the dealership, hey, have you had these bikes in for a lot of repair work in the past from other people? Are there any recalls for these bikes? Do your due diligence, just like you would with any purchase, any big purchase.
And so as a brand new rider, as a beginner, what bike would you suggest would be best for someone like myself?
Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and pick the model that is right for the phase of your life that you're in right now.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. Someone buys that bike that's the wrong bike for them, and either they crash or they just get scared and they sell it and they sell everything and they walk away. When if you got started on the appropriate thing, you could feel more comfortable, learn those things you need to learn to then step up. So with that in mind and having seen all the bikes here, what do you guys think would be the right bike to start off on?
I really love the look of this guy, the vintage look, but I think the MT-03 sounds like the right choice for me right now and where I'm comfortable as a new rider.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same thing, but the MT-03 would definitely be suitable for me where I'm at right now in this phase of my riding.
Smart choice. The XSR 700 is a cool bike, but I think you're making the right decision here. All right, questions answered, bike picked. Are you guys ready to go ride?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Let's
All
go.
right, let's go.
All right. Woo.
We have lots more content to cover in this series, so stay tuned to the next episode where our riders are going to take the training course. Thanks everyone for watching. Now don't forget to like and subscribe.